So, welcome to number one contender
What's up,
with
Richard?
Burks and Brown, the therapy room. My buddy Isha Brown's in Houston. But we are here right now with a football legend, Mr. LaKunta Farmer, who has set records in college and in high school. And on number one contender, you guys know we specialize in sports and mental health, right? Now, he probably don't remember telling me this story. He probably don't remember, but he's told me a lot of stories over the past. But he probably don't remember telling me this story. But one of the stories and one of the things that I tell kids a whole lot when they come into my office and they talk about wanting to go pro, right? Now, this guy told me, he said, man, they measured my fingers, they measured my neck, they measured my head. He said, I never felt like such a piece of meat in my life that then this thing's making my head look super big too. Such a piece of meat in my life, man. So, and he told me how that affected his self-esteem. Even now, listen to this guy has made records. I mean, has created records, has played at the highest level of football, and no matter what, it still affects people differently. So I got Mr. Farmer right here, and I'm gonna ask him a few questions, put him on a hot seat, because I am doing his wife a favor by being here, so he owed me back.
And we appreciate
And
it.
I appreciate that, man. So go ahead. So talk a little bit about how there is the upside of sports for your mental health, and there's a downside. So just tell me some of the challenging things that happen.
A lot of the challenging things are adjusting to other people. Adjusting to how life is going to change for you. Adjusting to, am I doing what I need to do? Am I performing the way I need to perform? Am I learning what I need to learn to go out here on the field and do what I need to do?
What about you as a person on the inside? Because I know like sometimes coaches aren't the kindest, don't say some of the kindest words. So what are some of the things that you can recall and maybe some information that you can impart to the youth? Because we know you are the AD at a prominent school. I don't know if I can say the name. You go ahead and say your name. Say your name.
W.E.B. Dubois Academy.
All right, so we have a prominent, so he's done. So tell me a little bit about like with some of the things that you can disseminate to some of the athletes or the parents who have kids who are athletes, that when they hear some of these negative things from coaches or maybe their roles even might change to play.
So I was always taught to take things with a grain of salt. It doesn't matter what somebody says to you. Don't let another man break you.
Right.
And I always live by that. And I tell my sons that, don't let another man break you, no matter what he says. Coaches are going to be hard, right? Coaches are going to be sometimes demeaning, sometimes, and you're going to have great coaches. But I always say there's a difference between a great coach and a good coach, and a coach that shouldn't be coaching at all.
Okay, I like that. Break it down. So
I got you.
A what coach?
A great coach, a good coach, and a coach that probably shouldn't be coaching at all.
So let's break them down.
So I'll start with the coach that probably shouldn't be coaching at all.
All right.
The coach that shouldn't be coaching at all is one that is trying to live his life through your kid, through the play, right?
Okay.
What he thought he should have been, or what he could have been, or what stopped him from being, he pretty much takes it out on the kids, right? The way he talks to them, the way he doesn't care about them, right? If it's all about the W's and the L's versus the kid.
Gotcha.
Those are the coaches that probably aren't that great coaches. The coaches don't communicate well. The coaches don't teach fundamentals, techniques the way they should. The coaches that aren't structured. The coaches that aren't about that organization and bringing things to every kid on the team, right? A coach that doesn't figure out how to make a kid tick. What makes a kid tick, right? I could yell at Bobby, might be and not be able to yell at John.
Right.
So I have to figure out how each kid works. Some kids need different type of motivation. Coach that shouldn't be coaching won't even get close to them.
Gotcha.
A good coach is one that will kind of touch a little bit of all those things, but is missing aspects of every single thing that I just said. A great coach finds it all. It comes with the structure. You can tell in the structure, his progression in practice. We're talking about X's and O's right now. In practice, the X's and O's, how it breaks down from coach day one to I'm coaching you day 30. If what I'm doing day one is the same thing I'm doing on day 30, I'm probably not doing a great job. And a great coach has that written out, planned out, fixed and ready to go. A great coach has compassion. every kid has to go home. Right?
Yeah.
No matter what we teach them,
Right.
no matter how we teach them, every kid has to go home. Right. So you just hope that you're teaching them instills enough when they go home, they take what you taught them home too. They gotta deal with what's going on at home and having the compassion to understand, you know what, I now have the best life at home. So maybe I need to back off a little bit when I'm coming to. Right?
So how have you utilized, and thank you so much, how have you utilized the lessons that you learned through sports in your everyday life to be as successful as you are right now?
Man, listen, football, I always say it's the holy grail.
God first.
Right. It's the holy grail.
Okay.
Right? So God gave you this rectangular object, and in the rectangular object you had these lines, right? Once you step in them lines, it's game time, right? So I feel like I'm always in those lines, and my mind is always it's game time, right? God has given me a gift to play this game.
Okay.
God showed you the ups and downs. Football take you through every emotion possible,
Right.
in a very short amount of time, right? If you're in a football game, you start kickoff, you're excited about it. Yeah, let's go. What happens if they return the opening kickoff? Then you're like deflated.
Right.
What do? You gonna be defeated and let it keep mounting rolling on you, or you gonna stand up? Right?
Yeah.
And fight back. You get your touchdown, and you're excited again.
Yeah.
Something else happens. Somebody gets hurt. Then you're like, oh man, what we gonna do? You know, like football gives you every life lesson that you can possibly want to see.
Right.
Especially emotion. Emotionally, it's ups, it's downs, it's ins, it's outs, it moves. You know what I mean? So I equate a lot of things that I have gone through in my life to football. Yeah, because you can lose and understand like this ain't gonna take me out. Right? It's still another court. It's still another game to play. You know what I mean? So all of that in its aspect makes me keep pushing through life.
Okay.
There's always another day.
There's always another day. Another hour, another quarter,
Another minute, yeah.
another moment. Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right. Well, man, look, I plan on having you back on the show with my formalized, written out questions. But when you get a local legend, locked in, plus I know this guy too,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So when you have a local legend though, when you have somebody who really is a student to the game, and really I do utilize that statement that he told me many moons ago. We just have this regular conversation out kicking it.
Right.
But I remember that, and I tell kids that on a regular basis. I also tell my kids something I heard from Merle Hodges: you got to want it more than the next guy.
Yes, sir.
So no matter how much you want it, you got to want it more than the next guy. In football or basketball or baseball, sometimes that stuff is just a tool to get you to the next level, to help you learn lessons in life so you can continue to live. So, man, Mr. Farmer.
I say all the time, your passion has to outweigh somebody else's drive.
There you go. I like that.
And if your passion can outweigh their drive, nobody can beat you in whatever you try
Nobody
to do.
can beat you.
Nobody.
All right, man. Well, it's good to have you on the show. Number one contender, Burks and Brown at the therapy room. Like my buddy, he's on the beach of Houston right now, relaxing on his well-deserved vacation. My partner, Ishu Brown. So we're gonna be tagging him to this, and I definitely will have Mr. Farmer back on the show. We'll go into great detail from his coaching days, from Doss to Ballard, and his great heydays at K-State, and we'll have also probably Mr. Norman Alvis on here too pretty soon as well. Some of my buddies who are football players. So thank you so much, man, and it's a joy to have you on.
Joy to be here. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.